That's your homework, to continuously see what you have been attached to. And the list will go on and on and on. Attachments concretize and stops energy flow. They act as filters, and we're attached to everything. Cars, our looks, our homes, our family, our work, our relationships, a cup of tea, a holiday. Just look, do your homework. Every single thing of how we've been brought up is about to acquire and attach. And again, as more and more light frequency comes into this planet, we are going to learn how to non-attach. That's the homework. The letting go, it doesn't mean not caring, it's the opposite. It means not attaching, not holding on, not having to have an identity through the thing that you've attached to. If I get a new car, I'm going to feel good for half an hour. If I get a new dress, it's not that you can't have things. Of course you can have things, but it's the energetic of the attachment to it, generally to fill you up and make you feel better about yourself in some way, or to give you some form of identity. This will be shifting. It's shifting now. It's another wave. But this, as we become more and more energetic beings on the planet, as we become more transparent, as we become more spacious, as we become more expanded, we can't have attachment to anything, but we can be in the world and experience it, but not to fill ourselves up with the clutter that gives us a sense of self. They say that in the higher dimensions, attachments don't exist. So as we begin to settle into this new now, it's going to also feel very unknown, because we don't have the roadmap for this. You are the roadmap. I'm not your roadmap. You're not my roadmap. You are your own roadmap. And so go in. Do you need this? Do you want this? How does it make you feel? What are you attached to? Why? Don't judge yourself. This isn't like school where we've done anything wrong. This is school where we are coming out of and into a new now. So everything that has been indoctrinated and pushed into our bodies as a way to be, as a code of living, is going to be cracked. So please look at what you're attached to, and understand as you let go, you're not going to die. Often we feel we're going to die when we let go of things. You're not going to die. You're making space for you. You're making space for your energy. So we will become more and more unchained. We will look, and we are in this process of dissolving matter in the old way versus spacious energy expansion, lightness, freedom, being able to flow and move through this gloop without having these embediments. So it has to come back to time and time again, how much can you fill yourself up with you? Filling yourself up with you on the inside. Knowing that your career isn't your identity. Lots of things that we've been doing gives us a faux identity to live on this planet. My suggestion is, as we're moving with higher dimensional frequencies, please, I'm only talking from one framework now. So this framework that I'm looking at isn't moving away from the disturbance on the ground level of the no and people fighting for social justice. But there is these cosmic movements happening within it all that are creating different possibilities and timelines, time corridors for us to walk on. So from that perspective, our energy bodies are birthing and opening up to a freer, more expanded reality. And I'm sure we feel this. Even though in the days that we feel gloopy and exhausted and our bodies can't move, there'll be days when we'll come out and we'll look at a tree or look at a bird or look at another human being, or something will move us and we'll feel these qualities that I'm talking about. And within this, we need to continually look at the trauma that has been on this planet and what has to release and how. I think deeply that the most honoring thing we can do right now is to be with you and to watch this magnificent matrix crack wide open and begin to see what is true. You know, you hear me say this, to see the good, the true, and the beautiful, to walk the beauteous way, to be able to see life away from this encapsulated, split way of understanding life. So we just go dead and numb. Find your breath. Give yourself solitude. Look at what you're filling yourself up with. Settle into the unknown, into the new now, which brings you flow and is abundant, by the way. We don't need things in the way that we've thought we've had these attachments that provide us with a sense of being something. There is a different way that is coming of creating the new. So observe, observe, observe.